Well, guys, welcome to the Florida Keys. What an opportunity we have. We just so happened to run into Robert down here. Robert is here. It's a famous fruit stand. It's right below the Everglades, right before you hit the Florida Keys. And he asked us, hey, would you just like to come up and carve? So, of course, we said yes. But the wood here is so unique. Robert asked if I could go ahead and make him some new signs for over top of the produce bins so it looks more rustic. It matches the old school that they've got going on here. Look at this view. So that is the Gulf of, I guess, America now, right behind me. And not too far is the Atlantic side. We found this little honey hole of a place to be able to get some projects done. We're going to be making some signs today. So, as promised, we're going to carve the keys. We came across some wonderful Cuban mahogany. Wow, this wood is beautiful. It's almost like our black walnut at home, but it doesn't rot, doesn't split. Once I get it sanded, it's absolutely beautiful. We can only get Cuban mahogany from the Keys up to around a little bit above Miami is what we've been told. Well, we're all little coconuts down here in the Florida Keys. These things are everywhere. So just be careful. They might fall out of the tree. Anyhow, now that that joke's over, I did go ahead and get my sign lettered. So how I do it is I find the center of the board. I leave 2 inches between each word. And then I find the center of those words and go ahead and letter it. So all I have to do now is go ahead and router it, flip it over, and do the other side.
Oh, Barb, take a couple steps back, Barb. Oh, back. A little farther, Barb. Maybe a little more.
No. There's a drop off here, 25 foot
straight
down.
Oh.
So you can see how the water is light here and then it turns that dark blue. There's the cliff.
Yeah, supposedly there's a vehicle in there somewhere and a safe is the local story around here, you know.
So maybe, Bill, you need to get your snorkel on and go down and check it out.
Oh, my,
I also heard there's some bull sharks that come in and out of this little channel.
Yeah, just before dark. I heard about that. I'm a little nervous.
I want you to go ahead and check all that out for me. Okay, so I've done the routering. I did a very slight sanding on this. I'm going to have to go a little bit more in depth with the sanding. I'll go ahead back into the letters and I'll paint those dark so they stand out better. I wonkied the edges a little bit. So now it's time to go and enjoy this Florida sun. So my butt is getting right over there in that water on my floaty. Little work and a lot of play.
She is the queen of the router, and so I love at the Walt router. It's so smooth, quiet. I think she's got a 3/8 round over bit on there, and that's nice for just doing like a single line. It's good. It doesn't grab and jump on you near as much. So I wanted these signs kind of rustic. Nice thing with that DeWalt, it has a clear plate on the bottom so you can see a little bit better. The other thing I really like about it is we can pull the router bit out of there. I pull that plate off. I basically turn it into a die grinder. So it's like a multiple use tool, and it's actually cheaper to buy than a die grinder. So we have several of these routers that we just put die grinder bits on, so you don't got to constantly change them. Then when we need it for the router part, we can just set it up that way.
Sitting in my mobile office here, or mobile workshop, whatever you want it to be, I guess. So anyhow, I have my Dremel, and this is a saber tooth bit. little round one. It's green normally.
I think green's like the medium color or coarse, one of the two.
So I'm just going to go ahead and do the letters and kind of just straighten them out a little bit just so that they have, you know, they're all uniform. And then I'll go ahead and sand, and then I'm going to actually go ahead and paint the letters so they stand out.
Yeah, and these are all going to be Floridian type colors.
Yeah, so this is another sign for Robert is here up in Redland, Florida City.
What does that say?
It says we ship fruit home.
Ah,
so they do
perfect.
they have fruit from all over the world. They grow their own mangoes. They have their own starfruit trees.
I think the miracle fruit was the craziest one I had.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much stuff there.
Miracle fruit makes any like citrusy thing taste sweet for about 2.5 hours without adding any sugar.
I mean, they have bananas that you would pluck right out of the tree, like a whole bunch of them, and they ripen a little bit at a time. They're not gassed and made yellow all at the same time.
Yeah, chemical free, let's call it. You know.
Yeah, just a really cool place. People that own it are great people. So we're just out here in the middle of the mangroves. Don't tell anybody.
Exactly. When you're on a little island, it's hard to find a place to do anything. So we're working out of the back of my pickup truck. All right, Barbie, let's see you make something with that. So Barb switched over to the bigger router just to make the letters just a smidge bigger. And it seemed like it's cutting smoother. That wood was so hard. That little shank on that one seemed like it was jumping around a little more than we wanted to. We got the room for a slightly fatter letter. So that one's maybe a little more like a 1/2 inch. The other one's maybe a little more like 3/8. But see how it's cleaning up there pretty damn nice. Pretty quick business of it too. So these aren't meant to be perfect. They're to be rustic.
Real natural. Do not use a stencil. I want it to be just natural.
Yeah, he told us no stencils. So at home we'd probably shoot it with a projector or something. But down here it's all freehand and wild and free.
Well, hello again. Well, we're at the point now where it's getting down to the nitty gritty. Almost finished with my signs. So I walked the edges a little bit with the chainsaw, and I'm just going to go over with the torch just to give it a little bit of highlight. I sanded this a little bit with, I think it's a 100 grit, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in the letters with colors. I'm just using Americana Deco Art, and this is Coral Blush. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just slop this paint right in there. And if anybody knows me, they know I love to paint outside the lines. This is a perfect project for me because I can just do what I want and go out. I can paint outside the lines because I can.
So basically you're going to sand that all off then?
Yeah, as soon as it dries and I get everything ready, it'll just take off what I've gone over.
Yeah, that acrylic paint kind of lays on top more. It's not like it sinks in. So some people just put a little bit of clear on first so it doesn't sink in. But you don't seem to have any trouble with that acrylic when it's in there, like sinking into the pores a little too much.
Yeah, it'll just lay there, and then it just gives us some color. And everything down here is Floridian, so the brighter the better. So
that's going to look good on that dark blue when you get some clear on that.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. All right, Barbie.
Okay.
What's on there?
Hey, how you guys doing? Final day here at Roberts. Wow, what an adventure. A lot of great people we got to meet, different countries. The family here is just amazing. So anyhow, I made these signs for the fruit stand. This is mahogany, so it's going to hang above the display of the different fruits. So we've got oranges.
All done with the orange paint.
We got bananas.
Bananas.
Go nice. Bananas. Bananas. Okay. We got papayas. You gotta love them papayas down here in southern Florida.
Oh, Barb, you got the nicest papayas.
Then we got aqua. Water.
No water.
Surrounded by water. So anyhow, this is just a start. We're going to be making some more signs here for Robert is Here. So if you are in the area of the Everglades down in Florida City, please stop here. This is quite the destination. The fruits here, I have never seen, heard of. I can't even pronounce half of the fruits that are here. But as we've been here for the last couple of days, we were able to sample some, and oh my goodness, fruit like you've never had. We don't get this kind of fruit up north. So anyhow, so this was our adventure.